sama waa ji nag yaa ngi bëgg a yàgg ci dëkk bi sa holiday yi gudd na lool sax.
vacances yi yàgg na waaye dama ne naa ñibbisi ci sama réew. investir.
wax nga dëgg sa saafara man maa ko yor jóge ñu dem topp ma.
ci sama waaj da ngaa bëri pexe de topp ma.
xam ngeen Gambia léegi dafa open. loolu moo waral global properties jóg. jaay la kër doo manqué courant doo manqué ndox da ngay am pool maanaam piscine sa disposition di nga am beach bi sécurité 24 hours. te soo bëggee investir aussi nga mën a investir sa réew jënd kër di ko louer. hôtel yi na xam baax na waaye nag am na gan yoo xam ni dañoo bëgg bu ñu ñëwee ci réew nekk à l'aise. nekk ci bërëb boo xam ne dañu am seen waañ bu ñu bëggee togg seen lekku dëkk dañu am seen salle bu mag am seen néegu bopp am seen lépp loolu yëpp ak global properties mën na nekk.
jërëjëf def leen ni man ñëw leen global properties ngeen jënd seeni kër aar seen ëllëg ak bu seen njaboot.
Are you a resident of France or its surrounding countries and still wondering how to send your packages to the Gambia? Or your properties got lost or have delay anytime you send them? French Touch is here to solve your problem. French Touch sends all kinds of goods except what cannot be fit in container. They don't only stop at sending, but they also sell goods like fridge, mattresses, good quality carpets, furniture and many more. Inata bullo jora on la karola ufanan kende ma bewije simento bije adadi ma na kende ma nyulu mandanga liyo damba fanana de ikamoto ki anin ka wafi nin dadi ma fanana nyin tumo tuma yesandiro kenyilma ika wafi ma konopal ime batandi dunu sikala ye dokula so do milyan ko sobe yata bake ifon le kela bakaso samba fela la bungo kono French Touch fela sabateri ngale kiti sila bala kan gunjur birkama highway ise ka chanyo ya nino ninyin nombala alkami jeskiri.
Under the directives of our former President, His Excellency, Professor Dr. Al-Hadi AGB Gambia, to make a formidable organization, formidable teamwork with a well-seasoned, recognized, and determined party whose focus is only geared towards the interests of Gambians, as is in his heart and mind since he took over this country for today. Intensive negotiations, looking into the nitty-gritties of the team or as a coalition. He gave the blessings that we should work with GDC. And he approves the party leader and Secretary General of GDC, His Excellency Mama Kande, to be the flag bearer for the coalition. On that note, I stand to set light on the basics of agreement that we had with GDC before actually coming into effect of this agreement. And these are the frameworks that both parties will use to ensure the outreach for peace, development, socio-economic development, security, to name a few, are achieved in the Gambia. I therefore begin reading the Memorandum of Understanding that has been developed for both parties upon agreement to implement the 2021 December 4th elections which shall lead us to State House inshallah. Memorandum of Understanding, that's the MOU for the Gambia presidential elections 2021 between Gambia Democratic Congress and endorsed by the former President, His Excellency Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J. Jammeh. The code name for the coalition is Gambian Patriotics, GB. The preamble of the coalition reads, "We, the members of the coalition of patriotic Gambian citizens, working under the name Gambian Patriotics, have decided on this day of the 29th of October 2021 to take the lead in presenting this initiative of formulating an alternative plan of action in the best interest of our nation and its people. As patriotic citizens, we have deemed it necessary to come together to bring our various initiatives from a representation of progressive and forward-thinking minds from across the various walks of life to help formulate this MOU, which we deem necessary for the interest of our present generation and those on board. By this MOU, we intend to collectively form a government made of competent and formidable bright minds and patriot citizens. Therefore, it is crucially important to note that signatories to this criteria, principles, ideals, terms, and conditions outlined in this memo are legally committing themselves to its as stakeholders and participants. In the government we wish to form, and shall be obliged by law to fully implement each and every aspect of this MOU if elected into office on the 4th December 2021 in the Our aims and objectives of this coalition of patriot Gambians: one is to rescue and liberate the Gambia from the current downward states of spiral lawlessness, conflicts, political instability, economic stagnation, degradation, and national security. To work diligently for lasting peace and stability of the nation by reconciling all the citizens of this prosperous nation. To lead the nation on a path of reconciliation, national unity, as well as opening a new chapter for our people based on our collective desires of moving its unison to build a progressive nation. Under an independent and all-inclusive process, and in the main modernizing all sectors of our socio-economic life to enhance their day-to-day operations in line with our aspiration as a people in the 21st century. To commit to uphold the fundamental principles of democracy and rule of law by strengthening our democratic institutions, including citizens' participation process in building a free, fairer, and more equitable and just society. We will establish a pragmatic National Reconciliation Council, reintroduce and strengthen the culture of respect for human rights and civil liberties as enshrined in the Gambia Constitution. G. To promote the principles of good governance in line with our highest aspirations as a nation in a manner to bring rapid socio-economic development and prosperity for the nation. to undertake rapid and sustainable transformation for the public and private sectors and promotion of confidence-building measures and incentives to attract genuine foreign direct investment, EFI. Terms and conditions of the coalition of the veteran Gambians. Based on the foregoing, we, the representatives of the above parties, have agreed to form an alliance in the best interest of the Gambia and its people. Therefore, in the light of the above, the Gambia Democratic Party, the Gambia Democratic Congress, and endorsed by His Excellency, the former President, Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J.G. Jammeh. On his behalf, we hereby agree on the following terms as MOU and binding agreement for a joint party coalition between GDC and endorsed by former President, His Excellency, Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J.G. Jammeh for Gambia's 2021 presidential elections as follows. The two party leaders hereby agree to endorse Honorable Mama Kande, party leader and Secretary General of GDC, as the flag bearer for the Gambia 2021 presidential campaign. The parties will work together from the date of signing of the MOU as one political unit as per the presentation of a candidate for the Gambia's 2021 presidential elections. In order to gain majority in Parliament, the parties have to support each other in their various strongholds. After all elections, presidential, parliamentary, and local government, coalition parties shall perform their political activities independently. This strategic alliance agreement will begin on the 30th of October 2021 and shall be in force till the 30th of October 2026 on the completion of the 5 years term. Any party that may be desirous of withdrawing from this MOU shall give a period of 3 months' notice in advance before withdrawal. Commitment. Therefore, the parties to this MOU hereby commit to abide by the following. If elected into office of the parties in this coalition, will form the government that will serve a term of 5 years in accordance with the dictates of Section 63, the constitutional mandated terms of our elected representatives. The members of this coalition, through its agents and representatives, pledge to establish a credible, transparent, and all-inclusive government that will comprise competent members of the parties to this coalition for a rapid attainment of the above objectives and a highly peaceful and independent Gambia. To reconcile all Gambians so as to create a united and sovereign nation, as well as opening a fresh page for the benefit of all Gambians and the future generation. The coalition government will, by carrying out all due processes, investigate to put a definitive end to corruption, nepotism, tribalism, and injustice in the country. Our government will leave no stone unturned in investing to improve Gambians' livelihood by building through the promotion of industrialization in order to improve the lives of Gambians. We will implement modern socio-economic development projects ranging from health, education, women empowerment projects, modernization of our society, agriculture, tourism, youth development for our youth and sports, culture, social housing, and digitalization of all revenue streams in our fight to build a better Gambia, where we and our children and future generations will be proud. The government of the coalition will ensure that our own brothers and sisters
Hello.
I repeat, the government of the coalition will ensure that our own brothers and sisters in uniform will take full charge of our internal and external security. Conclusion, our government will be a government to cement all the myriads of cracks in all the systems of our national unity. It is a known fact that the path to peace is peace itself, and that the path to self-destruction is that of retribution, violence, disunity, and division. We hereby strongly commit ourselves to ensure that our religious values and social norms as a progressive people and as a people of one nation are protected so as to ensure a fully conciled as follows. Gambia Democratic Congress and the former President, His Excellency, Sir Professor Dr. Al-Hadi Yahya AJG.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yaya Tamba, for the insightful statement put forward. This actually, we know, will be used as a working tool among these two forces. We are all cognizant of the fact that the issues highlighted by Mr. Labin Tamba are very crucial, and this very force is committed to ensure that we move the Gambia forward. And moving the Gambia forward, we need everyone on board. And that is exactly what the MOU is talking about, and other very important things. Without much ado, as we were waiting since in the morning or in the afternoon, one can say, I will now allow the two leaders that are before us to have the signing done before the identified flag bearer of these two forces give his statement. We can have the signing of the MOU by the two leaders before the statement of the flag bearer of these two forces. Thank you very much. Can you give him a round of applause? That is laudable. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That shows the commitment. That is the beginning of the journey that has already been manifested by the two leaders, that they are committed to work together. They are ready to salvage the country. They are committed to move the Gambia forward. That has already been manifested by the two leaders by signing the MOU, which is very important. I would definitely appreciate if we can give them again and again and again a round of applause. Now I have the privilege and the honor to invite the chosen flag bearer of the coalition, who is no other person but His Excellency Honorable Mama Kande, to give his statement.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is, I don't know where to begin with, but first let me join my party PRO to apologize on behalf of everybody here, especially from the two groups, for keeping you waiting for this long. But this is what it takes to build a better nation. It is never easy. So I thank you so much for the patience that you have. I thank you so much for coming, and I thank you so much for being so ready to go with us all the journey to the State House. Today is a very important day for every Gambian. Doesn't matter which party you belong to in this country today. Today is a day that all genuine Gambians were waiting for. The Gambians have lost hope. The Gambians need somebody to give them hope. And here we are today giving you the hope. We are here to help ourselves rescue our country. We are here to do the service for every Gambian. We are here to bring Gambians together. We are here to reconcile Gambians. In the absence of unity in our nation, no human being can develop this country. And I want to thank former President and his National Executive Committee for joining hands with us to try and rescue our country. The MOU. I believe every genuine Gambian will want to restore this. And I believe we cannot offer more than what is in this document. But that shows how much former President Jammeh and his people are committed to the betterment of this country. After listening to this document, I believe we didn't hear any commitment or any condition. What the former president is saying is this is his country. He's a Gambian citizen. He loves this country to the bottom of his heart. And he wants to see a better Gambia, whether he is here or not. And this shows that this team that is here, they're not selfish. He is the deputy party leader to that national executive of former President Jammeh's team. He could have contested the election. I'm not better than him. But no. And this is what the Gambians were looking forward to. How are we going to come together as Gambians to help rescue our country? We all know the situation that the Gambia is facing. Is this the Gambia really we're looking for? Was this the reason why we bring a change? I don't think this is the Gambia we want to see. That being the case, Mr. Tamba, through you, I want to thank the entire membership of those that are supporting you and former President Jammeh for coming on board, putting our hands together to help get our country back. It is not because I'm better than them, and I believe I am not proud because just because I want to think that I'm better. No, I'm not. Perhaps it's just a chance. It could have been anybody of you or anyone. I just want to assure you that I will never let you down. I will never let you down. Because I'm here to give you new hope. And inshallah, we will get there. As from now on, we are coming to work together as one people. Also, that our hands and arms and hearts are open for any other political party who want to come on board. Those are never closed. We are all Gambians. And according to the MOU, we will set examples in this country. And everybody, or every single citizen of this country, will be proud to say that I'm a Gambian. Tamba have made mention of a few issues or few things that the Gambians are going through. I mean, we will talk about it from now to the next morning, we will never finish. But to cut short, story short, is to tell you that we are ready and we will do everything possible to earn the respect of each and every one of you. I would not bore you with too much words or whatever, but I am just so happy. Not because I'm the flag bearer, but it's because Gambians are able to come together. And many people, they are doubting if this is going to happen. And we'll assure you that we will set a very good example, and it will be different from Coalition 2016. We are ready to empower our youth and women in this country. Mr. Tamba, if you look at our PRO, and we can proudly say that he's the youngest parliamentarian, not only in the Gambia, but in Africa. We want to give the younger people, the youth, the opportunity, the chance to be part of any decision-making body. Because they have been crying foul for so many years. But this time around, they will see the difference, inshallah. Mr. Tamba, I'm happy to announce here that I came back from travel like 2-3 days ago. But I was able to negotiate and got up to 2,000 scholarships for Gambian students. Even studying abroad in different fields: medicine, science and technology, finance and economy, engineering, law, and attitude. So I believe the Gambian Patriots movement or alliance will make a lot of difference and will give the future leaders of this country the hope, and even us the parents. May God forbid for now, but even if we die, we know that we leave our families in a very good condition. And this is all this is all about government and development. We all have to do our quota and allow the future generation to come and complete it. And this is what we want to see. And inshallah, with those scholarships also, we don't want to know who the UDP is or GDC or APRC or NPP. We're talking about Gambians here. We're talking about Gambians here. We have no difference. Or we don't want to differentiate who is sympathizing with a particular political party. All we want to see is the knowledge required to build a nation will be put into the Gambian future leaders so that the destiny of this country will lie in their hands. So I thank you so much. May God bless you all, and may the Almighty Allah give us the expected victory come 4th December.
Yeah.
you very much. Thank you very much. The statement speaks in volume. Obviously, so many things have been highlighted, and it is worth noting. It is worth working towards to ensure that we realize our dream tomorrow. I am definitely saturated because us, the young people, we have seen a force that will be able to empower every one of us. And one of that is already being stated. That is us, the young people. We have the commitment to gather education as much as we can. But many young people today, intelligent people today, very talented individuals today are here in this country. They have the potential to pursue their education. But because of the financial lacuna, the financial gap, the financial challenge that they are realizing, they are not able to pursue their education. Here today we have a leader. Here today we have a joint force. Here today we have a movement. Here today we have a coalition and alliance that is committed to ensure that the young people pursue their education at the highest level, to whatever level, to wherever, whether within or outside the country, depending on one's field. I think that is laudable. That is very important in as much as the young people of this country are concerned. Not only that, but the women of this country, they are suffering a lot. And here is a movement, here is a coalition, here is an alliance that is committed to ensure that women in this country, they are empowered to the highest level so that they can realize their potential. They can really realize certain things that this body is committed to do for them. So obviously there is nothing more that we can say but just to say we are all committed. It's not just the two leaders, but supporters of various political parties equally, whether you are a sympathizer, whether you are a militant, whatever that you might call yourself, in as much as you found yourself within these two groups, I think we all have a duty. We all have a duty because we want to salvage the Gambia. We all have a duty because we want to empower our young people. We all have a duty because we want to empower the women of this country. We have a duty because we want to see the men and women in uniform take charge of this country, and those are our citizens and not foreigners outside the Gambia. We have a responsibility because we want to transform the educational system. We have a responsibility because we want a quality, affordable, and accessible health service delivery. We have a duty because we want to see a quality, affordable, and accessible electricity. We have a duty because we want to see a standard road across this country. We have a duty because we want to realize change in this country, and this very force, this very movement, this very alliance, this very coalition is committed to do just that. Without much ado, I will invite the media, by that I mean the journalists, to throw a few questions that might be possibly answered by the two leaders who have given their statements. So MC, I will give you the other mic, you go round. You can raise up your hand if you are interested to ask any question. The mic will be given to you, then you precisely ask your question and the question will be answered inadequate. Thank you. Yes, I can see Omarba right at the back. Omarba is from the Standard newspaper, if I am correct. can direct your question. If you are asking, maybe you can introduce yourself and to indicate to whom among them you want to direct your question.
Thank you very much. She said, like you introduced me, I have a couple of questions. The first one will be to the APRC team. Recently, the former president, Gambia, sanctioned an alliance between you, his team, the team that we consider is now in the sea, and Ghana of St. Helena. I have not had anything from Ghana in this alliance. I want to know what happened with the other alliance between you and Ghana. For Honorable Kanye, for Honorable Kanye, of course we know this other APRC group has made it emphatically clear one of their priorities and interests is the interest of former President Yahya Jammeh. We know he is outside in exile, and everybody will want to ask this question. We have victims in their hundreds, victims of the former government. We have all seen the TRRC and just images that they made on the TRRC. The commission is going to submit its report very soon. We want to know, now that today you have signed this agreement with the APRC that is sanctioned by former President Jammeh, what is your view on the TRRC? It's a pregnant question. Do you think the TRRC recommendations should be implemented? And if yes, what is your opinion of the victims' demand for justice? Do you think, after listening to the TRRC process, that Jammeh has committed crimes in this country? And if yes, do you consider him a criminal?
Thank you very much. If there is any other question, maybe we can allow two more and we will allow them to respond. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Omar, from the Standard newspaper. You've asked a very brilliant question with regards to our relationship with Ghana. Ghana is a registered political party, and the former president has his own APRC party, of course, which is fragmented now because of either greed, want, or any other thing, or betrayal, one may call it. President Jammeh is the founder of the APRC party, and up till 2018 and 2021 respectively, the processes taken during the congresses, as I've mentioned those congresses, clearly stipulates upon the approval of the General Congress that His Excellency Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J. Jammeh is the chairman, the leader, and the founder of the APRC party. Though he is out of country, it does not mean the party is not functional. No, it requires loyalties in leadership. when we take up betrayal, the loyalist decided to work on the directives of His Excellency as the founder of the APRC party. And those instructions are the instructions that has created the no alliance to APRC NPP party, which are in defiance of the APRC constitution. The loyalists decided to respect the decision of the chairman and the founder of the APRC party. Henceforth, facing elections, obviously his party will have to participate. We don't want scramble, hurdles jumping, legal actions as at now, because the arena is political arena for elections for office in December 2021 on the 4th. As a citizen and a party, he has the obligation to ask his people as citizens with their rights in political forums, political agendas, political activities, to have a teamwork with Ghana. And that does not mean he is asking Ghana to be the flag bearer of the former His Excellency Sir Professor Dr. Al-Hadi Yahya Ejejani and Ghana party. This is very clear. On the 4th of this month, he made a pronouncement on a big mass rally we held at Kanilai, where he spoke on clear terms that APRC is a party in existence, and he, the former president, is the chairman, the founder, and the flag bearer of the APRC party. Therefore, as in claimants of these positions and the accords, he has given directives and identified Gambia Alliance for National Unity as a team and a party we should work with. Clearly, Ghana is a party of its own. APRC, under the leadership of Yahya Jammeh, is on its own, and they are all equally registered political parties, and they have the mandate to establish their flag bearers, or the mandate to coalesce and sacrifice leadership to one political party. So be the case, the doors for APRC, Yahya Jammeh's party, has ever been open to any political party that has the common understanding, the common sympathy, and the focus to rescue Gambia, of which GDC has the same common agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Omar. For a very good question. I know that was going to come as the first question, but sometimes on the issue of the TRRC, if you interpret it properly, that alone must answer your question. I did not create the TRRC. When it was talked about, I was not there. But I know those who were behind this. Their aims and objectives is to bring Gambians together, the truth, reconciliation, and reparation. That's the whole idea. And I don't see any importance if we will have to go out of that circle. Also, the report is not presented. We don't know what the recommendations are. But whatever the recommendations are, the TRRC, I think that alone is enough.
Thank you very much. We will entertain a few more questions, as time is definitely not on our side. Yes.
Yes. My name is Demba Bojang, a reporter for Ranga FM. My question is directed to first chairperson, Mr. Yaya Tamba. You made mention the relationship you have with Gano Party. We all know what happened on the 4th of this month when the pronouncement was made in Kanilai. What is the relationship of you and Gano now that you have signed an MOU with GDC Party? Effect from tomorrow, 30th of this month, will you be working with Gano? I want you to clear that. My second question will be, before going into an alliance with the Gambia Democratic Congress, were you approached by any political party or independent candidates to form an alliance? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Yes, just as I answered the first question, Gano is an established party. We started working with them way back the beginning of October. It's barely a month now. Therefore, the process of dialogue, looking into the different ideologies of these two parties, is still ongoing. It is smoother and easier to reach into agreement with GDC as ever since Reverend Kande can bear witness that he is a born politician from APRC. Mama acquired his political master's degree from His Excellency Professor Yahya Ejiji. Therefore, Mama knows from the onset where His Excellency was leading the Gambia to the paradise in this world. Gano is an oncoming political party. And obviously, it's doing well, but we are still in dialogue with Gano. We are not divorced. We are working still, looking into so many key areas that we need to address and join on board the merchant ship to liberate the Gambia.
My second question was not answered. The second question was, whether you have approached by any political party or independent to form an alliance?
Our doors are open as we have inter-approach between GDC and the former president. We are still open to dialogue and coalition with any other parties. Yes, me as the representative of His Excellency, I have been approached and I am still, as the leader on the ground here, negotiating for possible more alliance with seasoned, reasonable government politicians. That have Gambia in heart to rescue and work towards the development of Gambia. Yes, and the doors are still open, and we will keep all those open until, even before, a few days before elections, we don't regret going into alliance with any party.
Thank you.
We will entertain 2 more questions if there is anyone to ask. 2 more questions, then we wrap it up. Is there any other person? 2 more questions. In the absence of that, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of the press conference, and we all heard from the 2 leaders. Obviously, that will bring us to the end of the program, and I would like, as a concluding remark, for us to give a round of applause to the 2 leaders and supporters, militants, sympathizers. The only thing left is to have a photo session by the executive possibly, then we will draw the curtain from there. Thank you, every one of you.
Don't forget that we are still Africans. Traditionally, we have our elders among us, and I would suggest, if you would allow me to hand over the floor to our National Party President, Henry Jao, to maybe to give a short statement to thank everybody on our behalf and pray for us too. Thank you.
Good morning now, or good evening?
Morning. Good morning.
Good evening. Thank you very much for giving me the floor. Although I was a little bit taken aback, I didn't expect this, but I am grateful for being included in this very significant and important occasion, marked today the annals of the history of the Republic of the Gambia. I am most privileged to address you and to deliver what I might call the vote of thanks for this very important occasion this evening. I would like to thank my party leader and flag bearer in the coalition, His Excellency Mama Kande. For the opportunity that he has been giving me since the formation of the GDC party and the important role that he has assigned me out of the many other more competent people here
And me, I am most honored and privileged to be in your executive. I know this formidable force formed by our colleagues from the APRC party, led by my brother and my friend, Mr. Kamba, that the Gambians would eventually be freed from all the knuckles of the hardships and the problems that are existing in this country, which we all know about. And the liberators are here, and this signing ceremony here shows that we will have our country back on the 4th of December. I want to thank everybody here for the patience you have exercised all through the process, waiting patiently. For some of us, by now we would have been fast asleep, but this is a very important occasion, so we have to be here. I thank you all for your patience and for coming. I wish to thank our brothers on the other side for the foresight that they have seen in drawing out this agreement. This memorandum is a very comprehensive document which outlines the basis of the agreement. I thank them for their foresight, and I thank them for choosing Nana as our flag bearer. That's a lot of confidence they have in it, and I'm sure he has said it himself, he will be disappointed. I wish to thank our journalists for the patience they have also exercised since they have come to cover this event. I hope the reporting will be as far as transpired here. We have no doubt that we will report the experts in your papers and in the various communication outlets to report the facts that are happening here. We thank you very much for coming. I would also like to thank all my colleagues in the executive of the GDC for the efforts put together from inception until now. And we have reached a threshold, we have reached a place where we can proudly look back and say, yes, we have done something for this country. GDC forever and ever. I wish to thank you all, everybody, those that I have called and those that I have not called, everybody, thank you very much for coming. And we are grateful for your witnessing this occasion. I thank you all.
Thank you very much. Definitely, I wanted to end the program right from here, but it is like I have been reminded that in our mix, we have individuals, in fact, they might form the greater percentage of this crowd. They are not in the position of speaking what exactly we are saying here, that is the English language. And it will be crucial if we can share with them, maybe in the Jola version and the Wolof version possibly, so that they will also have a takeaway. If that is